Hey guys, what's up? So I thought to myself, I was researching the ZennBots on this YouTube recently, but then I thought to myself, just making one a video about this topic every week does not make a good content. So I thought to myself and I asked myself, what should I do next? Then I figured some time ago in my channel I've mentioned that I will do a research a bit on a Venus expert advisor from the MetaTrader. So this whole video is what it's all about. Now I want to make a little bit of disclaimer. I'm not affiliated with anything mentioned in this video, and I don't know what the results will be of this expert advisor. I'm not even sure what settings I'm gonna use. I'll know that I will try to get the settings on AI, but anyway, we'll see. So let's jump onto my computer. Okay, so this is my MetaTrader. As you can see, I've opened myself a demo account, and what we are looking at right here is the Dark Venus Expert Advisor. So if I go to the Experts tab, I'll go ahead and click free ones, and we should find it right here. So there you go, Dark Venus MetaTrader 5. So you can just go ahead and read a little bit about it, or we can spend hours on Google trying to get ourselves a good, nice combination of settings, but we are going to ask AI how to do it, and let's try to optimize it with AI. Now a little bit about that before we go further down. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I had discovered a quick and easy key. We are approaching this video as if we are a customer and we're trying to set this up real quick, and without doing all of the research about all of those crazy combinations of settings, we're going to go ahead and ask AI to find ourselves a shortcut. And I'm not even sure what the results will this approach generate. But if this is something that interests you, please leave a like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Okay, so to set the Dark Venus Expert Advisor via AI, the first thing I do, I just go ahead and copy the description, so I can just go ahead and input that into the AI as a prompt. And in fact, it doesn't really matter what it says, it's just for the context. And yes, of course, it gives us the financial disclaimer, which I always also make sure to let you guys know in my pinned comments. So now I'm going to ask it what kind of expert advisor is it. And it just basically told us the just usual core settings and ideology of this algorithm. Now the next thing I want to do is figure out which pair should I trade on. So I'm going to ask it what kind of markets does this expert advisor is suitable for. So it's either sideways market, meaning the price action going essentially horizontal, or trading markets, so it's either up or down. Essentially that's what I'm asking it. Biggest strength for the Dark Venus Expert Advisor is, as you can see, by default sideways or raging markets. So it's the default strength, so it's best used when the markets are going sideways. Of course, it also tells us that it has the customizable alternative, meaning we can do a strategy for the trend following markets, but you know, the trend is kind of a condition that you have to hunt each time, and we are usually kind of having a sideways markets, or at least on those pairs that the sideways dynamic is basically given. So I think I will choose the sideways ranging markets for this test. Okay, and then I've asked AI to give me a list of sideways market pairs. So it basically told me that the best fit for our current settings is Euro against British Pound. Also, a good pair is Australian against New Zealand dollar, or Euro against Swiss franc. There are also major pairs opportunities, especially during quiet hours, which is the Asian session, essentially night time in my time zone. The euro against dollar is also known to be performing well due to the volume dropping significantly for the Asian session. But I guess we will stick to the euro against GBP. Additionally, for my own and your convenience, I have extracted the input settings of the Dark Venus Expert Advisor, so I can just go ahead and paste this chunk of text right here into the AI and ask it to just basically give me all the good settings I could use for my expert advisor. So as you can see, these are the default settings. I'm going to paste this under reply in the pinned comments so you guys can have access it. So maybe you want to use the exactly same chunk of text like I have it right here to fine-tune your own Dark Venus, and I will of course will add a code or input settings which I have used for this video and see if I have made any mistakes. So keep vigilant. Okay, so now before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and install the Expert Advisor file under my MetaTrader, and I will go ahead and ask AI to fine-tune my settings. So I will do both of these things off camera because doing so would take a lot of time. If you don't know how to install the Expert Advisor properly, I'm gonna of course as well drop down link in the pinned description of how to do it. I will find a tutorial or something. And as for the settings, I will, as I've mentioned before, will add it to the pinned comments reply section, and I will of course will document the exact settings that had been changed for your own convenience so we could track it. And so let's get to work. Okay, so I'm using a different laptop for this test. For demo account, I think I'm gonna have to maybe, I don't know, add another virtual private servers for my setup, but for this I guess I'll just use my laptop. So as you can see, I have Great British Pound against Euro added right here, and I have a expert advisor called Dark Venus MT5 right here. So all I do is just go ahead and drag and drop it right here. So the inputs. And as you can see, all of these inputs are mentioned right here in this notepad which I've showed you. And now the fun part begins. So I'm going to adjust these input settings off camera, but I will let you know which lines I've edited right down in the pinned comments. So let's get back to work.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I've spent some time chatting with AI and I've managed to fine-tune some settings of this expert advisor. I was aiming for at least some kind of a safety strategy, so let's have a look at it. As you can see, I've taken some time to consult with the AI through this chat about fine-tuning some settings which would make our strategy a bit more safe. And I've generated the list of settings of mentioned right here, a chunk of text with which I will reply in the pinned comments so you guys can check it yourselves. Additionally, I've exported the Expert Advisor's settings through the .z file, so you can just go ahead and download it from me if this strategy works out and upload it for yourselves. And by the way, I am not really sure what this video will produce. I'm not sure what kind of results will these Expert Advisor's settings will produce for me, but I guess only one way to find out. So I think I'm done right here. I think I need to plug everything finally and just leave it for the next week, so let me quickly do that. Right, so since I'm doing this test for the upcoming few weeks on my here local machine, so one thing I gotta make sure is plug it in so it doesn't turn off. Also, I need to make sure that when I close the lid, nothing happens when the machine is plugged in. As you can see, I've got my Dark Venus Expert Advisor connected right here. I've got my time frame of 15 minutes. Also, I have my demo account connected right here. And I think the whole thing is set up right now, so we can go ahead and close this. Now today is 7th of June, so Sunday, so what kind of results I'll be getting from this setup. Only the upcoming week will show up. I'll make sure to track my at least laptop for every day to make sure it doesn't turn off, so I get the results as raw as possible. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'll make sure to create a new playlist for it, and in this playlist I will keep uploading more videos about this topic and expert advisor. I really hope it works out, but if not, well, please do watch it as well, because it's really important, because if it doesn't work, it will preserve your capital at some point. If you had hard time following my narrative and my language and my dialect, I will make sure to add a narrative somewhere down there. But anyway guys, I think this video is getting pretty long, so I don't want to waste any more of your time. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment, that means a lot. I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye.